morning, good morning, good morning. So my message for the day is don't let addiction stop you from being successful. What I mean by that is that we might not necessarily have addictions to pornography, to drugs, substance abuse, but there's also small addictions or cravings that you have that will be hindering your success. I can give you a couple examples of myself. Um, First one, growing up, I've always had an eating problem. But I've been always in sports, been very athletic. But my eating problem has always stopped me from getting over the next hump sometimes. It wasn't until I learned to eat better that, hey, this also enhances my performance. You know, even in my later parts in life, working out all day, every day like a dog, but then you go home and you put a bunch of crap on your stomach. So me getting that physique that I wanted, I was always stopping myself short because of my food addictions. Something about being full, I could only get from eating horrible. I felt like I could only get from eating horrible foods instead of trying to switch it up, because I didn't like eating vegetables and things like that. So a lot of things that I did or my addictions would hinder me. It's the same thing with TV shows. We crave TV shows. We crave love. We crave social media. It's all these things that can stop you from being successful, and you don't realize it. Especially like if you're working on something at home and you got your phone by you. Y'all might not do this, but I'm pretty sure the vast majority of people do. How many times you stop to take a break to scroll through your social media to see the same stuff you know you're gonna see, but you just want to keep rolling through. You follow the same people, you're gonna see the same type of pictures they post. You might see a few fight videos on Facebook or whatever. But little do you know, those are little addictions. Sometimes when you see people that's going out and they can't go without their phone, you know, those are addictions. You know, a phone used to be simply for the simple fact of communication. Now it's actually life. You know, everything we do is through our phones, which is not a problem. You just got to learn to adapt. That's how you be successful in that avenue. But it's about trying to sacrifice and overcome those little addictions. How I overcame my addictions was I had to discipline myself, and I had to find alternatives to get me there. I thought it was only a one way in, one way out type scenario, when there was buku foods that I could have been eating, or other foods that I could have been eating that could have still helped suppress that hunger that I felt like I had when I wasn't eating horrible foods. Same thing with TV. I love movies, I love TV, and I like watching sports. Well, if I know I got something to work on, like just last night, I found myself watching the Shark Tank, and I'm trying to read a book that's got information that I really need to know. You know, in any field that you want to be in, you want to stay on top of it, of course, with the knowledge and things like that. So I had to turn it off, because I found myself, okay, you know, watching it, and I just told myself, okay, we're going to watch this last little deal that they got, and it was the last deal for that show before the next episode came on. So as soon as that went off, boom, I hit the remote, and I just continued to read and take my notes and things like that and work on what I needed. But it's things like that that help kill that addiction. You know, we don't realize it, but we get addicted to a lot of small things, and those small things do add up and stop us from being successful. So I just want y'all to think about the things that you guys are addicted to, and how you can kind of try to subside those things in order for you to be successful. I want you to have a good day. Stay blessed.